Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining the Devanese Education today. And today we're going to talk about the reopening service, tips and tricks that we can recommend to do to the clients inside the salon. And you have the chat where you can write messages inside. I can see there's Jennifer here saying hello. So welcome to you, Jennifer. Where are you from, Jennifer, if I can ask you? So we start the class today. If you have any kind of questions and answer, you can just write in the chat. You just write your questions. There's something you have some doubts about, something you want me to repeat, then I would like to do that for you. So welcome to Chicago here. And while everybody's dropping in, we're going to start first with a video that I'd like to share with you. And then we're going to go to the tips and tricks. And the class today should take approximately around 45 minutes to 60 minutes. So that'll be a little bit of fast class we're going to do today. I hope you're going to enjoy the class. My name is Brian Suhr. I'm an international master trainer for Devanese. And the background we have here with us today is not in my house anymore. So this is the Devanese village that you can see here. I would like to show you the garden, but if I'm sitting with the garden, you cannot see me at all. So we're going to do it this way here. But let's start first with a video. Welcome.
What is beauty? A concept? An abstraction? An emotion? Sometimes an instant that feels like an eternity. A secluded corner inside of us, roused by the wind, or the smell of the sea, or by a song coming from afar. No matter how or when it comes to us, it's always a captivating moment when our heartbeat matches the beat of the universe. And we discover that we can impact the world by spreading our affection for the landscape that we've carried within us since we were born. And so there's no need for fences. We need only respect and awareness, and the kind of reverence reserved for the wisest and eldest of us. Because we are the keepers. What is beauty? Beauty is our responsibility.
So I hope you enjoyed our video here for Devanese. Beauty's responsibility is about, for example, what we do in Devanese, as you're probably always aware of, is in Devanese we are trying to be as sustainable as possible. Of course, we don't claim we are 100% sustainable because we are not that for sure, but we are we're on a journey where we hopefully one day can be 100% sustainable, but it's a long, long journey, and we're happy for those of you that have decided to join the Devanese brand and the journey of sustainability. So welcome again to those of you just maybe joining into the class. We're going to talk about the reopening, how we can help to make the flow go better in the salon, and what we can do actually to make the clients maybe spend a little bit of money or maybe regenerate a little bit of cash flow that's been missing out since we have been all locked down for a long time. It say here, in the day after, we will spend on things that will make us bloom for a new and better me. So that's of course something we really like to hope, and we are thrilling for that the clients of course gonna be able or capable to spend some money again soon. And the objective of this class here is to support you in the fast cash flow in the restart, because we all need, of course, some money to move on with the world. And as never before, we are all interdependent, and this is for us a correct, concrete action to demonstrate you how much we care. So we hope with those tips and tricks here that you can regenerate some cash, but also get some inspiration to how you actually can do it inside the salon. Reason why, of course, in the day after, we will spend for things that will make us bloom for a new and better me. That's what we talked about before. So we know, example, the consumer, of course, they're the one that have the power to spend money, and we need, of course, to make the world go around, and we need to, of course, to spend some money. So it's very important that we try to stimulate the clients when they come back to the salon to spend some money in somehow. I can tell you so far, my background is I'm Danish. I'm a hairdresser just like you, ladies and gentlemen. And my sister, she's also a hairdresser. And in Denmark, they opened up the salon 3 weeks ago. And it goes really much better than they expected. My sister, she was a little bit concerned because after the lockdown, people may be not so sure about, you know, the work they have and stuff like that. So will they spend money in my salon? So we had a good talk about what she could do, and I come up with some of those suggestions that you're gonna see here today. And I must admit, some of it is maybe a little bit new, some of it is not new, but it's just something to stimulate you how to actually you can do something yourself to regenerate the cash flow in the salon. How to do it? Yes, that's always a good question. How can we actually stimulate the clients? First of all, we need to make some temptation for the clients, and also we need to inspire them. So first of all, I think it's very important we look at what we have in our salon at the moment. What kind of products do I have? What products is not moving so fast? What products should I maybe try to promote in somehow in my salon? So actually I start to move my warehouse that I have in the salon, because I'm sure we all have some products that maybe have been dusting for a while, and we're like, oh my God, what should I do with those products? But I tell you guys, if you get into example, find out what is this product specific for, I'm sure you in somehow find the clients that actually need that kind of product. So again, we need also to again look back to what we have in the salon and what we can offer to the clients. And then of course we also need to, before we reopen the salon, we need to be sure we have enough product to reopen, because also, as I said before, my sister, she was a little bit surprised, like actually the clients, they still buy a lot of retail. So it's not that the retail totally stop and they don't want to spend money, because they actually been locked in maybe 1 month, maybe in 8 weeks, like we have here in Italy. So for sure, I probably run out of something. I probably run out my shampoo or my conditioner or a styling product. So they're in need again to refresh the assortment at home, and they're looking for maybe even something new. But even maybe something that can be faster to use, a faster way to style my hair, something to make my hair look more beautiful without I have to do so much. So I think the clients, they're quite open to listening to what you can suggest them of different kind of things. So this guideline here we have created for you guys, we hope it can help you to regenerate some of the cash flow in your salon. We all change our habit, missing our our usual coffees, dinner, shopping, and beauty routines. That's all have been changed, right? We not been able to do anything for a long while. Some countries, of course, have been more fortunate than others, but I can tell you here in Italy, ladies and gentlemen, we've been locked down for 8 weeks. I was in my house for 8 weeks, and that never happened to my life before. I'm normally the one that travel a lot for them and is around the world to do education. So certainly to be logged in, you don't spend a lot of money, I can tell you that. So certainly I have some money now, I like to spend on something. So as soon as the shops start to open, I would like to go out and spend my money on something nice for myself because I want to reinitiate the energy for myself. I want to do something for me because I'm sure we all had sad moments in this time where we stayed at home. Whatever you are alone or whatever you are with your family, that comes quite often some moments where it can be very tough. And I'm sure some of you still go through some of those moments in your life at the moment while you're logged in. But I just can say to you guys, is just keep up the spirit, keep up the positive energy, because things will come back again slowly to normal more and more. So it's written here, we need to be more than a hairdresser. What do we mean about that? It is not just enough now to be a hairdresser. We need to even do much more to regenerate our flow in the salon. We have a lot of competition now going on. We have example YouTube. On the YouTube now, it's very easily to find out how I can apply a color on my roots. How can I just color my hair at home? It's super easy to do that way. The e-commerce market become bigger and bigger, and that's also where we need again to regenerate some of that, because it has been super easy for the clients now to stay home and spend a lot of money on the e-commerce. But I think it's also where we need to also talk with the clients about maybe if we all spend money on the e-commerce, it ended up that nothing is existing anymore. We can actually go and see it and feel it. We just need to shop online the whole life, which is not so interesting. Supermarket have become a big competitor those last few weeks. I can tell you, when I went to the supermarket here in Italy, I of course looked into the shelf with all the home care color products, and they were pretty empty. I was a little bit shocked, to be honest. I was like, whoa, that's really interesting to see what the clients do. So I think this is something where we really need to reconsider what we're doing in the salon. We had a lot of clients, we just do the roots on, right? We do a root setup and that's it. But I tell you now, if now after this crisis, people maybe have less money, so maybe they go to the supermarket and choose a product from there and find out how easy it is to do. So now it's up to us to really inspire them to do a little bit more, because if we just keep going on, just do the roots and that's it, then there is nothing different from what they can go and buy in the supermarket, they can do at home, right? So we need to get rid of this kind of rhythm. We need to inspire the clients to come back to the salon and do spend the money in my salon, and we need to give them a reason why, not just to do as we used to do. So let's try to change our old habits. Social media is also become huge. I must admit before, yeah, I use social media, but now I learned so much about social media that I didn't know before. So I also is very impressed what you can do with the social media. Example, when we started to be in the lockdown, I done all my live from my house. So certainly need to find out how to set up my house. It looks nice for you guys to look at, how to do the presentation live here, because I used to just do it in a room. Now certainly I'm in a box. I'm just coming out through the small windows in your iPhones or in your computers or iPad. And also here for me it's a little bit strange still. I'm talking to a camera. I talk to myself and I don't see your faces, your reactions. So this is something very different. Social media is huge. Social media is have a big impact. So even through the social media now, it's very important we as a hairdresser start to use the social media as much as possible to attract the clients to come to my salon. And this is where we think we can help you in many ways. Those of you that follow my class last week about the reopening and safety inside the salon, you probably saw there was a lot of things were created that you could put stickers on the mirrors. You can now set posters that you can put on your social media in the We Care project. So I think it's very important, guys, you contact your local distributor or sales rep and ask for those material, because they can help you to promote yourself on the social media, especially because of the safety, because a lot of clients now will look into how safe is the salon to come to when we're going to reopen, but also what other things we actually can offer to the clients. So we recommend here to go back to classic service. What is classic service? You remember many years ago, I'm not the youngest kid anymore, but many years ago, a service was something that was really amazing all over the world. When you went to a restaurant, when you went to shops and salons, spas, whatever you went, you had amazing service. I must admit, the last few years, this service has been really going down and down and down. I don't think we promote the service that we actually have to promote to the clients. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is the time where we really focus on excellent service, because we run a business. And if you want to survive this lockdown we've been into, we need to focus on excellent service, that's for sure. We know competition is everywhere. You just have to go open my door. I just have to look across the street. In many cases, there is another salon over there, right? So we need to find out how I can attract my clients in a different way, and how my clients will feel happy to come back to my salon every time they're leaving my salon. I must admit, where I used to work in a salon in Copenhagen, we worked a lot to really personalize all kind of service to the clients to be sure to come back in the salon every time. And tips and tricks I already can give you now was, example, always talk about what you can do about the color next time. What can you do about the haircut next time? Because if you start already there to talk about the small temptation for the clients, they will go home, they will think about it. It can be like, example, now it's the spring, right? Spring, summer is coming up. So now is the time maybe the clients, they're more open to cut a little more of the length to maybe get rid of some of that damaged hair that have been happening during the winter. That could be happening during the home care service. They've done now their own color at home, right? There's for sure some strange color coming into your salons. I'm quite sure about that. So really talk about what about next time. So we do this kind of temptation, even maybe do already a pre-booking for next time. So again, be sure they will come back to my salon every time. But let's look into the clients of the salon and some beauty facts first. First of all, women spend the most of the time per day caring for the hair and hair care products. This is actually investigated, and that's what is proven. That's where they really spend the time. On average, a woman spends around 10 to 50 minutes to care about her hair. So you see, this is very important, because the hair is my business card, right? We all know, example, we can do a lot of commercials or advertising on social media, in newspapers, on the internet, wherever we want to go. But the best way to promote my salon is really the clients go out with the most beautiful hair, and the clients go out, show it to the friends, colleagues, and they say, whoa, what's amazing hair. Who did your hair? That's the best commercial we can have from a salon, right? So I think this is very, very important to understand, that there's also the clients that really spend time on the hair at home. So this is another way we also maybe can look into how we can maybe help the clients to make the hair looks more beautiful, even at home, where they maybe don't have to do so much, because there can be some time limits now, because they maybe have to work a little more. It can also be like now they maybe not have so much money to spend compared to before in some cases. So we need to come up again with some suggestions how they can actually make their life a little bit easier, but still get amazing, beautiful hair. Next one is, how many women use a hair care product after the shampoo? So a conditioner example, 80% of women use a product after the shampoo. So this is really, really interesting, because I think a lot of times we maybe just promote maybe a shampoo and a conditioner for the clients, and they just maybe take the shampoo. They maybe don't take both, because we didn't talk enough about why it's so important to take both products, and maybe they didn't feel it was needed either. So 80% actually of women want to actually use a product after the shampoo. So what product is the most used is actually a detangling conditioner. So they want something that's easy to brush the hair through, and especially when we talk about longer hair. And I think now we can actually see the last few years, a lot of women start to get longer hair, right? So they're looking for a product that is easy to detangle the hair, so it can become smooth, soft, and shiny. That's all they need. So what is the first reason that women give to explain why they prefer buying their hair care products from a hair salon? We have 3 examples here. The advice of an expert, the friendliness of the hairdresser, the technology innovation of the product. Actually, it's the advice from an expert. So you can see here, when clients go and buy in the supermarket, in many cases, they actually is because we didn't maybe talk with the clients about what they need to use at home. It can be we forget to talk about it. It can also be we forgot to talk about it just before leaving the salon. So this is where we really have to focus on to give a lot of advice to the clients, to become the expert for the clients what they have to use. This is so important. Example, when I used to work in the salon, I always put up like example, a shampoo and a conditioner, and then example, a styling product. 3 products as minimum, and even in some cases up to 5 products, depending on what I was doing to the hair. No matter what, all the products I use on the hair, I will always put in front of the clients, because then I have something to talk with them about. They can smell it, they can feel it, they can see it. So this is very important, because in many cases, they're actually gonna select quite often 2 to 3 products if you promote them a lot of products. Sometimes I know it can be maybe our habits as a hairdresser, if we also, because we know the clients extremely well. So maybe sometimes can also be like a little bit difficult if you know they maybe don't have so much money at the moment. It can be they just maybe lost a job, and then we maybe promote 2, 3 products in front of them. We find out, oh, maybe that's too much. I just gonna suggest her maybe a styling product, or maybe just a shampoo, or maybe just a conditioner. But you know what? It is not our case to judge the clients. They will choose by themselves, and don't feel that you are going to overdo things for them. It's all about to do a perfect service, to be the expert and to do excellent service in your salon. That's all what you need to do. How to do it? Let's see here. As consumer, we might desire a new haircut, a color, a treatment, wishing to bring back our beautiful hair. That's for sure now. I think now we have the great opportunity what to do, because I'm sure after the lockdown, a lot of clients have not done anything to the hair. They are open for whatever. I can again just refer to some of my sister and even some of my colleagues in Germany where they started up last week, and they were actually also there. Very nice to see that a lot of clients have not done anything to the hair. They didn't even put on a home care color. Because also a lot of clients, they're very reliable, and they want the expert to do it, and they don't want to go in the supermarket. But again, for sure, you will also have those coming from the supermarket that will come back to salon, that's for sure. So what we've done here, we have created some add-on service for you guys that you can do easily. And some of you maybe already do some of those services, and it can also be some of you maybe have forgot about to do those kind of service. So just to really give you a little bit of hints and tips and tricks, what you can do in your case in your salon. So we have done here like 3 steps way to do things. So first we have a main service. That could be the regrow, it could be a full head color, or it could be a kind of lightening service. And then you can do some add-on. So what do you mean about that? The add-on could be something like foils. It could be a toning after you've done your lightening example. It could be toning after you've done the regrowth example. It could be foils after a full head color application, and so on. There can be many combinations. Add-on care, it could be a moisturizer treatment, it could be a nourishing treatment, or it could be a color refresher. So here again, it is just small things we can do. So it's not that we're gonna apply a lot of things, and I'm gonna go into detail now so you can see how to do it. And then finally, of course, we have the cut, and again, of course, the styling that we're gonna do to the client's hair. All those small add-ons is where we can regenerate some of the cash flow, because I'm sure that some of you that have been locked down for a month or maybe even 2 months, you are lacking of cash flow. And some of you are lucky to get some support from the government, and some of you actually hardly do get anything from the government. So how can we in somehow get some money back in my salon? First of all, I think it's very important when we do like regrow application. The regrow application we call here retouch me. So retouch me because it's kind of we care. So it's like retouch me, a nice way to talk about it to the clients. So of course we can do the classic one where we just do mask, or we could do a new color. So we apply the regrow, and we apply to the instant lengths a 5 volume mask, or we can use the 20 volume for a new color. But in many cases, actually, you maybe don't need to remix a new potion for the instant lengths, because in many cases you can maybe just add some water. So after you have like the color process for, let's say, 35 minutes, which is the mask processing time, a new color, you simply take them to the wash and you just add some water, emulsify the color out to the ends and lengths, take a big comb and comb it through and leave it there for maybe just 5 to 7 to 10 minutes, and then you rinse and you have done everything. That means in a way you save a little bit of product. So that's one way you can save some money in your salon. And another way is also very fast, because another thing we have to think about, we will probably have to change a lot of the habits, the way we used to run the salon. In some countries you can have some time limits when the clients come to the salon, right? So I know example in Singapore, they're just gonna reopen again here in Singapore, the clients can be in the salon maximum half an hour. What can I do in half an hour and still gain some money back from the clients? we come up again with some other ideas. You soon will discover what you can do in half an hour even. So again, we need to think about also to be more time effective, because it can also be like, yes, your clients come back. Yes, you can do everything and there's no time limit in the salon. But the more clients you get through, the more money we're gonna get into the salon, right? And maybe we don't think so much about it that, okay, we do a color, we do a cutting and so on like that, but how can I do it a little bit faster? So this is what it's all about, how to do things faster. So example, you can also do retouch me, where you're gonna use example mask, and then you can refresh with view on the ends and the lengths. So this way here, because view is a gel, so it's more translucent. View have very difficulties in going darker, so you don't have to be so afraid of that. So example, you can quickly apply on the color on your roots. So do the roots touch up with a mask example. And then after 50 minutes, you quickly apply view on ends and lengths. And then you continue with the processing time, and the processing time ring after 35 minutes, you rinse and you're done. So that means it's been a very, very fast service without you have to spend much more time on the clients. With view example, what is nice about view, it is translucent because you have the gel, and also it's very gentle hair because it have an acid pH, and at the same time you don't have all the shades maybe that you just need to have example for your roots, but then you can mix your own shades, so you can customize it and personalize it for the clients, which can be another way you can go into the clients and tell them, why don't we do this with example, just add a tone on the hair just to intensify the reflex. It could be like intensify the reflex to become warmer, more gold. It could be even intensify the reflex a little bit cooler, maybe, if that's what they're looking for. And again, you didn't spend much time on it, but you can add a little bit extra to your service in the salon, and you can regenerate some of the cash flow. The good thing is also about view is you don't need so much product, so it's actually you can stretch the product a little bit this way here around. Retouch me and retouch and light me. Retouch and light me. What is that about? It's a classic regrow application, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna lighten up the ends and the lengths. I think now is the time where, in example, in my country where I used to live, like in the springtime, the clients that really are open to change the things. And this is a way you can do it very, very fast. So here you need to use, example, mask or new color for your roots, and ends and the lengths, you're gonna use tolerance. And tolerance, you know, we have in the center light, we have tolerance, which is a lightening oil, which is very gentle to the hair. So the way you could do it here, you just do your application on your regrow with your color, and then you take the tolerance on the ends and the lengths. And the tolerance on the ends and the lengths, you can use 20, 30, and 40 volume, depending on how many levels you want to lighten. What is really unique about tolerance is it cannot over-lighten the hair. You know, sometimes when you want to make the ends a little bit lighter and you start to work with bleaches, then we know that before we finish the application, it's already maybe have to be rinsed off in some area because it's go too fast, because bleaching powder works in a totally different way. But here you have the tolerance, which is a lightening oil, and that means it's lightening very, very gentle to the hair. So this way here, you can do the roots, and then when you have done the roots, you apply your tolerance, or you can put the tolerance at the same time. If you want to do both actions at the same time, you can do that. You leave it on for the full processing time of 35 minutes as mask color or a new color have to be on the hair. Then you rinse everything off, and then you can again take a view and apply to the ends and lengths to tone the hair with. That can begin to neutralize unwanted shades. If you think it's too warm, you can make it cooler, or you can intensify the reflex that come out on the hair, depending on what the clients want. This is an easy way to, again, to make them a little more like summery, the hair, so it looks more beautiful. And even it's an easy way for you to even do color change without to do so much work, actually, because let's say you maybe used to use a level 4 on the client. So now when you promote this and she maybe want to get a little bit lighter because you start to talk about it, then you could maybe go for a level 5 or level 6 on the roots, and then you could take the progress with 40 volume through all the ends and the lengths. So you remove the darkness of the ends and lengths, so you uniform the color, and she still get a little bit lighter on the ends and lengths if that's what you want to go for. So it's an easy way to work, and it's very fast. Color Me with Sparkles is another way to, again, add some service to the clients. So this way you're going to do general a full head color. I think we have a lot of clients coming in. You do the roots. They have already maybe some highlights through the ends and the lengths, or maybe some old color that don't like on the ends and lengths. So you apply a full color all over, right? But here again, you can put in just 8 to 10 foils. It doesn't have to take very long time. You just do it on the top section. Place it depending on how the haircut gonna be, how the style gonna be when they finish. You put them in very rapidly. I mean, 8 to 12 foils you can put in within 7-8 minutes, that's for sure, even less. You take again, you can use Progress, so with the classic bleaching powder from the Central Light. And again, here you can use 30 and 40 volume for the bleach. Why we recommend the high volume is because it's a time saver. That means it goes very, very fast. So even if you just want to lighten maybe 1 or 2 or 3 levels, the 30 and 40 volume gonna speed up the process. So when you put in the foils, you just leave it on for maybe 10 to 15 minutes, you rinse off your foils, and then you're done. Easy, right? And then if you want to tone the foils a little bit, you can again take or rinse off the bleach first, and then you can emulsify the color into the foils, so the highlights become a little more toned and looks a little more natural, or maybe not so warm, or maybe not so cool, depending on what the color you're going to use on the roots, right? Of course, if you have a lot of time and you want to not go too fast, you can of course work with a lower activator on your bleach. But here again, it's about to create fast service, so you get the clients faster through the salon. This is another way we can do it in the salon. Again, as I said before, we try to change our habits a little bit, and you can see here those service we have here, maximum will take you 60 minutes. So it's very fast to do. Plus you have extra gain of cash flow in the salon. Summer Breeze Me is where we're gonna work with foil and toning. And here again, we just place 10 to 15 toils around the top section. Again, a lot of clients are looking to become maybe more like a lighter in the summer, can be more blonder even. And again, here we use the Progress, so the classic bleaching powder from the Liberty. Use again a high volume to make it very fast. So you just let it process 15 to 20 minutes. Of course, you need to process to the level you want to lighten, but generally, I will say in 15 to 20 minutes, you can quite fast get really beautiful result, and then we can tone it if it's needed with view. Of course, it's an option to add view. You could even also maybe in some cases tone it with finest pigment, which you will see on the next one that we're gonna recommend over there. But view, of course, is very beautiful because again, you can leave it on just for 5 minutes and you already change the reflex and the tone. So this is the beautiful things about view. It's a fast service you can do in the salon. So example, if I put in my foils, that will take me maybe 10 to 15 minutes, right? Then I let the process for 50 minutes. That'll be half an hour. I rinse and I apply my view, maybe just 5 minutes. Within 45 minutes, this will be the fastest way I can do it. Maximum up to 60 minutes is what you're gonna spend here. So you can see here, it's a fast way to change the color a little bit to the client, to inspire them to something new, and you regenerate a little bit of a flow in the cash flow in the salon. Make Me Brighter is where we can take around 20 foils around the facial hairlines, and we can of course place them around the middle parting or the side parting depending on what kind of style the clients have. It's an easy way to get rid of kind of like big regrowths, example, just to place your foils, and again here use a strong activator, quick lighten up with the classic bleaching powder, so the Progress from the Liberty, and then you again tone it with view, or you can again tone with finest pigment. Just have in mind, of course, the difference between view and finest pigment is the longevity. View, of course, gonna last much longer compared to finest pigment. Finest pigment, we have to remember, it only lasts 8 to 10 shampoos maximum, then it's totally gone. Okay, where when we talk about view, it will last 15 to 20 shampoos. So there is also a difference here. But again, time-wise, you can see here 65 to 80 minutes. That what you're gonna spend on this service here. Easy. Let Me Feel Free is where we can work with, yes, let me see here, somebody raised a hand. Yes, Jennifer, what do you want to say? No problem. I just saw you raise your hand, no problem. Anyhow, those of you that maybe joined the class the last few minutes, we are going through tips and tricks how you can open the salon, how you can do some fast service in the salon, how you can regenerate your cash flow easily in the salon. So if you want to ask some questions in here, you're welcome to write in the chat, and I will answer your questions, hopefully. Anyhow, my name is Brian Suhr. I'm International Master Trainer from Addons, and we're going to continue now with the next ones. So Let Me Feel Free is a freehand lightening techniques where we use the Liberty bleaching powder from the bleaching range. And we're going to use again here high activator. I will probably recommend 30, even 40 volume. And here we just take around the hairline, the crown, and the top section. So you can just section around here, just around here, like a crown section, front section. And then we place around 18 to 20 sections with Liberty that we just quickly put on freehand. You don't need to put them in foils. You don't need to put something in between because it's a clay. So with the Liberty, since it's a clay, it's gonna dry out at the surface, but keep the moisture inside. So the lightening will go on, the moisture will be on the hair, but it cannot lighten on the hair that is lying on top of it or under it, the natural hair. So you don't need any kind of support. Of course, if you want to speed up the lightening, you can of course put it in foil because that for sure will speed up your lightening if that's what you want to do. After you've done that, you can do a toning if it's needed. So with view again here, you can go in and apply view with 10 volume. And again, remember, view you can apply from 5 minutes and up to 20 minutes, depending on how long time you want to leave it on. What I really like about view is also you have it two options. You can apply with applicator bottle or you can apply it through a bowl and a brush. Personally, I always do with the applicator bottle because I think it's super, super fast. And you can do it at the backwash. It's very easy to do and you don't need to move the clients too much around because that's another thing we have to think about. We also need to take care about the safety in the salon and we need to clean and sterilize every time the clients have been seated somewhere. We need to, of course, clean after them. So I had that in mind also when you're going to offer all the service to the clients. Change Me Softly is a toning service that we can do in the salon. And the idea here is, of course, it's not something new, but I think actually that sometimes we forget that we have a lot of clients coming to the salon. Days maybe in the 60s and plus 70s. They maybe don't do color anymore because they don't want to have a regrow on the hair. They don't want to come so often to do things in the salon, but still there's an opportunity here to gain some extra money, right? So in many cases here, we could actually suggest them to do a view or a finest pigment, so a demi color that's not going to have any kind of regrow effect. And this is very beautiful, both about view and both about finest pigment. You don't get any regrow with it. So it's safe to use for the clients and you can just change the tone slightly on the clients. You don't need to do something dramatic. I like, for example, to take some of the blonde shades over the white hair. We don't cover white hair, that's not what we're claiming. You can do a camouflage with up to 50%. If you apply with the brush and a ball, which take longer time, you get, of course, a higher percentage of camouflage, so up to 50%. If you take the applicator bottle, it goes faster, but it also reduces a little bit, we can say, the coverage of the white, if you can put it that way. But what it's meaning about here is just simply to change the reflex slightly so they don't have that white hair anymore, or they maybe don't have that gray cool tone. We just maybe warm it up a little bit. But again, it will fade every time to shampoo the hair. And if they don't like it, they just keep shampooing and it will disappear the color. It could also be maybe they like what you did to the hair. So in this way here, they maybe become a regular color clients in the end. So you see again, there's many ways we can regain some of the money. Here again, it's a 30-minute service, so you can do it very fast at the same time. Make Me Shine is just intense shine, and I'm quite sure that we will see a lot of clients coming to the salon and they have no shine on the hair, but the color maybe or the highlight still looks okay. So they maybe don't think about to do anything about color-wise. So why not just give some shine to the hair? And again, here in view and fine pigment, you have the gloss that can just give shine to the hair. Again, 5 to 10 minutes, you can leave it on as processing time. Application time, 5 to 10 minutes. So again, here maximum half an hour, you can apply this product to the client's hair. Gives beautiful shine to the hair, and especially because they both have an acid pH, it's also going to compact your cuticle. So the hair even going to feel very nice after also. So it's also a little bit like a care service we do at the same time. So again, another way you can promote a nice product, an easy product to do to the client's hair while they're sitting and waiting maybe, or just to do something different. Each client must feel safe and pampered in his/her own individuality, and that is true. So again, here, as I said before, we need to focus about to do beautiful service to the clients. So I think also it's about to really go back to talk about how to do the nice service in the salon, not just to regenerate our cash flow, but also the clients feel they get an excellent service in your salon. Because also what we have to think about in this time now, that can also be clients, not just your regular clients come to salon, that can also be new clients popping in now, because now all salons open. A lot of clients want to have their hair done in 1 or 2 weeks, that's for sure. And it's not always we can take all of the clients in one shot, right? So maybe there can be some clients that start to look around for another salon. So again, remember here, do an excellent service, give some nice offer to them, some nice opportunity, inspire them. So maybe they're gonna grab some of your promotion you're going to offer to them. It can also be they're just going to think about it, but maybe the next time they're going to come back and they're actually maybe going to ask for some of the service that you promoted the previous time they went to the salon. So some fast treatments, which again, add-on treatments you can do in the salon. You know, we have the unprotection. The unprotection is a beautifying treatment you can do in the salon. It's a restoring treatment. It can regenerate and rebuild the bonds on the hair. It compacts the cuticle and the hair become much stronger after one treatment. So the way to use the unprotection here is where you're going to take 12 ml of the unprotection and you take 70 ml of clean water, and then you mix it together in an applicator bottle. And after the shampoo, you apply it all over the hair on top of dry hair. You leave it for 10 minutes on the sink. And then after that, you towel dry the hair, or you just get rid of some of the liquid. So the beautifying treatment, you get rid of that. And then on top of it, you take the most suitable conditioner or hair mask, apply it to the ends and the lengths, and then you leave it on for the minutes the mask is recommended to be. So example, if you take the Momo conditioner and apply after, it's just 3 minutes. So totally will be 30 minutes you're gonna do that. This is a way you can do it in an easy way. You rinse, and then of course you cut the hair. So another way you can really do something very nice to the hair, and you don't spend really time on it, it is bring me back to life. So here's where we do like a hair color refreshing treatment. So what we can do here is to take the alchemic line, so the alchemic family, you take first and shampoo the hair with alchemic shampoo, and after that on towel dry hair you add the conditioner. Instead of leave it on for 5 minutes as we normally recommend and then you rinse, you simply leave it on for the whole cutting time. So instead of rinse immediately, you apply the conditioner on the working station, and then you start to cut the hair with the conditioner inside. It's a different way to work, but I tell you, the hair looks amazing after, the hair feels beautiful, and you can regenerate a little bit of the color on the hair at the same time. Of course, this is not a treatment that lasts forever, but it's just again where we can add a little bit more to the haircut, and we can say maybe this treatment here gonna cost you, let's say, 5 or 7 euro extra, and you didn't really spend more products, because you will always have to use shampoo and conditioner on your clients, right? So you didn't spend any product. At the same time, you didn't really wait 5 minutes for it to be rinsed, because you did it while you're cutting. So you're actually saving some time, but you make the hair looks beautiful and amazing. Small things that can make the clients feel like pampered and feel like, whoa, when they're gonna leave your salon, right? Next one is Make Me Strong and Shiny, and this is the Nourishing Care treatment with gloss. So you probably is aware of that the new Nourishing, the Nourishing family in the Natural Tech have been changed. So now we have some new products inside that range. So what we recommend here is first you do the shampoo. After the shampoo, you towel dry the hair, and then you can take the Nourishing Keratin Wonder and apply on towel dry hair. Then you can start to cut the hair. So you leave the product on again here, and you start to cut the hair while the product is on the hair. After 10 minutes, you have to rinse it off. You rinse off, you towel dry the hair, and then you apply gloss from Finest Pigment together with the Nourishing Vegetarian or conditioner or the mask, depending on the hair. If you have fine normal hair, it's the Nourishing Vegetarian conditioner we recommend. If you have thick and coarse hair, it's the hair mask we recommend. You take 20 milliliter of the Nourishing product, and you take 40 milliliter of the Finest Pigment gloss, and then you apply it to the hair and you continue your haircut. When you finish, you rinse everything off, and then you're done the service. So you can see here again, you really don't spend a lot more time on it, but the hair gonna look beautiful, amazing. You're gonna regenerate and strengthen the hair at the same time. And at the same time, it's gonna look super shiny and glossy because of the gloss we have added into the final product. Plump and Shine Me is where you can use, so this is a moisture care treatment, and it's where we're gonna use, again, Natural Tech, but we're gonna use the replumping family from Natural Tech. You have your shampoo, so you shampoo first, you towel dry, and then on towel dry hair, you apply the mixture of the replumping hair filler. So that's the professional bottle you have in 1 liter, not the small retail one we're talking about, it's the professional one. You take 20 ml of the filler, and you take 40 grams of fine pigment gloss. You mix it together, you apply it on towel dry hair, and then you start to do your haircut. When you finish the haircut, you rinse everything off and you can style the hair. And again, here you see how the hair becomes really nice, moisturized. And again, you get amazing shine because we added the gloss at the same time. So you compact the cuticle this way even more with those two treatments because you're combing a lot the hair. So it's again, a different way to do your treatment, and it works really beautiful. Tips and tricks for both of those. If you want to change, example, just use, instead of using gloss, instead of have shine, and you want to add some pigment. So let's say maybe you want to make some a little bit warmer, maybe more copper, maybe more gold. You could take finest pigment, gold or copper, and add into the formula instead of the gloss. In that case, I recommend you use gloves, okay? Because if you don't have gloves on, you will probably have a little bit of color hands when you finish the day after doing a lot of treatments. So remember again here, when you do this kind of service with color pigments, you need to wear gloves, okay? And even though I want to say that even some countries, you need to wear gloves the whole time in the salon, because that's what's recommended by some governments of the reopening of the salon. We welcome you back to our salon. So this is just an idea that popped up in my mind talking with my sister when she was gonna open up her salon. She talked about her regular clients that she would like to give them something, but I think we all want to give a gift to someone, right? We all like to, when we get something for free, we always like, oh, wow, that was sweet, that was nice, and we remember very well. But of course, if I have a salon, if I'm the owner of a salon, how can I give something away without it gonna cost me a fortune? So this is a way you can actually promote the on protection beautifying treatment to the clients. So as I said before, we had it as a full treatment. I just talked about before where you take 12 ml of on protection and 70 ml of water. But this way here, we're gonna use a little bit different. What you're gonna do, you're gonna take the Diddy spray. So you know we have the Diddy spray for the leave-on conditioner. You take one of those bottles, you wash it very well, and then we're gonna recycle it. So you take this 12 ml of on protection, 70 ml of water, you apply into the empty Diddy spray bottle, and then you're gonna spray it on the hair after you've been shampooing the hair. So you take them to the working station, as you can see here, you towel dry the hair, you spray the lotion all over the hair, and you start to cut the hair. This time here, you don't use the whole lotion as we did in the previous treatment. This way here, you may be just gonna use, let's say 8-10 ml of the product. And then you cut the hair for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you apply the most suitable conditioner. It could be Nunu, it could be Momo, it could be Diddy, whatever conditioner find is most suitable for the hair. If they're curly hair, Love Curl conditioner or the pack will be a beautiful. And you continue cutting the hair. When you finish the cut, you rinse off the treatment, and of course you start to style the hair. This is the way you can give them a nice, beautiful treatment on the hair. Welcome them back to the salon. It doesn't cost you a lot of money because literally you have to use a shampoo and conditioner no matter what. So the only thing they're gonna spend money on is your 12 ml of the on protection. But this time here, we don't use it on one client. I will probably say here with this mixing proportion of 12 and 70, you probably have 10 to 12 clients. That means it's gonna cost you minimum, but the hair gonna feel amazing. It will look beautiful. And I tell you, what you can do when you apply it, if you already tried to sell them something and they didn't go for it, right? So we tried to promote add-on service, whatever. And in the end, they were like, you know what? I don't have money this time. Okay, no problem. Then you do this for them. You know what? They'll feel amazing, and you will say, you know what? Next time we can do the more intense treatments. If you like the feeling this time, then I book you for the intense treatment next time, and then you do the add-on service as you saw before, where we do the 12 ml and 70 ml, but we use the whole liquid on one hair. Okay, so that's the difference. But another way again to promote your service in the salon. So talk with your clients. This is very important. I think that's something where we forget things when we are hairdresser. We forget about talking with the clients. To do a good service means we have to do a super good consultation, and we need to, of course, also to investigate a bit like what they want to do. And we have to talk about the time and the money they're gonna spend on the hair. Because quite often I find that when we maybe recommend them some things, we forget about, example, the home care and what they need to do at home. So for example, if the client's gonna spend maybe $100, €100 on a beautiful color, if they don't want to, again, support it with a shampoo and conditioner at home, we can actually ruin that color. I think we all have seen it, right? Because they go home and they use what they have at home normally. So it's very important we really talk with the clients. And you know what, guys? We have them in the chair for half an hour to 1 hour. It's the best way to promote things is really to talk about it. I know, of course, a lot of them have the needs to talk about the experience they live now. But I think also this is a good way we also can talk about the experience we live, because we also need to tell them that we're really grateful. They want to support our local business, that they want to support my business. So in a way, talk with them about it, because if we all support the local business, we're all gonna be happy, right? I think also what is very important is talk about the value, so the benefits of the product we're going to use. Not just talk about this is very good for your hair, but why is this so good for the hair? Talk about the sustainability of the product. Because what I really noticed in the beginning of the lockdown was how many people start talking about how beautiful nature is, how beautiful air we got, how nice and clean everything look now when there's no flights, when there's no cars going around, everything changed. So let's try to keep reminding our clients about Davines products and how sustainable they are. Why it's so important to support a product that's very sustainable, because we want to take care of the nature for the future, right? I think what we all have just experienced the last few weeks and months is nature is really beautiful. Nature starts to talk to us in a totally different way. So why just throw it away in 2 weeks' time, because everything will open up and we go back to what we used to do. So let's try to get rid of the old habits and talk more with clients. And I can tell you, as you saw in our beginning of the presentation, the clients really rely on an expert. So they will trust you. So example, if you recommend something, if they can see it's working, I tell you, they're also gonna buy. That's really interesting. Average number of product use for the consumer at home, so for women mainly, is 4. So they will mainly use shampoo, conditioner, a wet styler, and a dry styler. So you can see here actually it's 4 products. And it's actually proven when you're gonna propose products, so retail to your clients at home, if you just, example, put up, let's say just a shampoo conditioner use, they may be just gonna choose one of them. But if you quite often put up 3 products, so that could be shampoo, conditioner, and the wet styler. So what is the product they're most looking for, a wet styler or a dry styler? If you put up 3 products, the chance they're gonna pick up 3 products is super, super high. It's really incredible how much it's changed. I must admit, I'm a trainer for Davines and I'm not behind the chair anymore. But last year I was in India to work for a very long time. I can tell you, I was based in India for months. And I actually went out to promote hold the well-being area of Davines in salons. So I did training for our clients, and then in the weekend I went into the salon to talk with the clients. So the clients of the hairdresser, what kind of treatment they could use on the hair, what kind of shampoo, what kind of conditioner. And I must admit, I didn't know India so well. So I had this kind of like idea about they probably didn't have so much money. They probably didn't want to spend so much money. So maybe how should I talk about that? But I was very surprised. So again, you see, sometimes we have our idea in the head. I literally follow what I normally will do in Denmark when I used to be in Copenhagen. So I put up all products in front of the clients, and I must admit, they took from 2 to 5 products. I was very surprised, honestly, just like, wow. And the thing was really like every time when I talked with the clients and when they were finished, they were telling me, you know what, this is the first time I had such an excellent explanation about the product, and I can also see my hair just looks amazing. So you know what, it's just fantastic. I never had this kind of experience before. So see again here, it's just about to really give the clients a nice experience in your salon. And that's where I think that Addons is really unique, because you can see here with all the different kind of retail line we have in Addons, we have all kind of solution for your clients in the salon. So again here, if you want to look for something very fast and the clients maybe don't want to spend time in the salon, a nice way is the Circle Chronicle. As you can see, the Circle Chronicle is a beautiful product. It is 6 products you can sell to the clients, and again they can do multitasking, so they can put some of the products on the scalp, some of the products on the mid links, and some products on the ends of the links. So again, another opportunity for you to work inside the salon. Another product I want to also talk with you about today quickly is the liquid spill. The liquid spill is really the fastest treatments you can do in the salon. I don't think that you find a faster treatment. It is a foam. It is a pool of amino acid that are going to go in and reconstruct the hair again, so rebuild the hair again. It gives amazing shine and body and volume on the hair at the same time. How to use it is simply after you've been cutting the hair, or even before you cut the hair, you apply up to 4 pumps maximum. You apply all over the hair, and you can start to do the haircut, and then you can do the styling. This product, of course, is a retail product, so you can even recommend it at home, and it gives just amazing body to the hair at the same time. And it's very good, for example, for very fine and damaged hair, all kind of damaged hair. You really find this is beautiful. So again, a fast color service you can do, a fast treatment service you can do in the salon. Another treatment, if you just want to do something fast, but you don't want to know so much about the product because you don't have time to study, is the new oil butter that you can also recommend. Oil butter is for all kind of hair. Of course, the thicker hair is where it's better because its butter is quite fat, right? But I tell you, it's even on fine hair. If you just leave it on a few minutes, you're really gonna see the effect on the butter. It's just beautiful, beautiful. Is it the liquid spill a keratin? No, it's not a keratin. It's amino acids we have inside. Okay, so it's not a keratin, it's amino acid. Keratin works different on the hair because keratin is gonna work only on the cuticle. But when you have amino acid, means it's also gonna penetrate inside to the cortex. So you're gonna strengthen the hair from inside. So that will be the difference. Okay, you're welcome. So, just to recap with you guys, we're gonna just talk about what is left in here for the session. We can see this days here. And I just hide the wrong one, so first I'm gonna skip it. What I want to say, of course, is like, thank you for joining us today. I hope you have enjoyed our class today. I hope you find some inspiration. And again, you can ask your local sales rep for stickers for your windows, how to stay safety in the salon and all this kind of things. And you can also find more about the treatments that are suggested to you today. You also can ask for that. If you have any questions, you always write to, you can write me in the chat at the moment. And otherwise, I just want to say thank you for joining us today. And then I'd like to read this one here for you. We will enjoy living exclusively salon experience as never before. We will glow walking out the door of the salon. We will take care of ourselves, bringing our favorite products at home. We will never forget this new bloom. And that's for sure. I think we all have been through a very new experience in our life. So let's see here in the chat. You're very welcome, Jennifer. I hope you enjoyed. Very thank you very much for you. And I wish you all a very nice morning. I wish you all a nice afternoon. And I wish you all a nice evening, depending on where you are in the world. Remember, on the Addons Education, we have more seminar coming up tonight and even tomorrow. So please follow the program and look into what kind of program we have for you guys. So thank you for joining again, and take care. And remember, wash your hands as often as possible. Take care. Bye-bye.